Okay, right, let's get started. I'm just going to kindly mute. Okay, fab. Right, so let's start with a comfortable seat. So just finding any comfortable seat for you. We're just going to start nice and slow today. And I really want to do lots of flowing work today. So I want to make it lots of breath work and synchronizing our breaths with the movement and just some really deep stretching. So by the end of the session, I'm hoping that you're going to feel really nice and stretched, energized, and awake and ready for your weekend. So let's just start with our hands on the knees and just shake off anything out of the way, hair, anything like that. Gently bring the eyes to close. And just take a second to notice how you feel, particularly in the area around the heart and in the belly. Just notice any sensations you might feel there, whether that's a little tightness anywhere, a little maybe anxiety, or maybe in the tummy you can notice any sensations in there, butterflies or hunger, or you might feel completely satisfied. So just notice whatever is there right now. We're just going to deepen the breathing in through the nose. Take a big sigh out through the mouth. Let's do that 2 more times. In and out. 1 more. In. Big sigh out. Good. Okay, gently flutter the eyelids open. Okay, lovely. So let's just take some big sun arms and start the practice with some energy. Moving the prana up in a position going up. So with the hands by the side of the body, let's inhale, really take the shoulders back and down. Inhale, arms up, taking the gaze up to the sky, palms meet. Exhale, release the hands, bring the chin down to the chest. Inhale, raise the arms, making sure that you're bringing the arms back. We're not just moving up to the side, we want to be opening the shoulders, the armpits, palms together. Exhale, chin to chest. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, arms up, looking up. Lovely. Exhale, chin to chest. 2 more at your pace. Good. Okay. Lovely. We're going to move straight into cat-cows now. So with the hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's just drop the belly down, point the tailbone up, looking up. Inhale here and exhale, rounding. Again, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly. And exhale. We're going to do a few more of these. Just do it at your pace. Just feeling your body. Close off the eyes. Good. 2 more. One more. Good. Let's walk the hands back, curl the toes under, stretch out the feet. Let's bring the hands together in front of the heart. I'm just going to stay here for a moment, just stretching out the feet. If this is a little bit painful for you, gently come out. Good. Okay, release. So we're going to come straight into a downward facing dog and stretching out the calves and the hamstrings. So we're going to lift the knees up, send the hips back, getting the upper body in a nice straight line. And then we can begin to straighten the legs. So we're going to pedal out the legs side by side. Just swapping over legs. Making sure that we're keeping the upper body in that straight line. The temptation when we start to straighten the legs is that we're moving the body weight forwards. But keep sending those hips back, tailbone up to the sky. Okay, we're going to stay here for a couple more breaths. Good. Okay, lovely. Let's walk the feet towards the top of the mat. And we're going to stay in a little forward fold here. So we want the tummy to be connecting with the knees. Even if we need to bring a bend to the legs here. Take hold of the ankles. We can hold onto the ankles here. Push the shoulders down away from the ears so that we're not hunching in the shoulders. So really drawing those down. Good. And we're going to take 3 breaths here. And we're going to try to straighten the legs each breath. So we'll take a breath in, exhale, straighten the legs. Going into a deeper forward fold. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Good. And again. Good. Last one. Okay, gently release the hands and we're going to roll up to standing. All the way up, nice and slow, mindful movements. Good. Okay, let's start with a little balancing exercise. I'm going to turn to the front so you can see me. So staying where you are at the top of the mat. We're going to start with a really good hip stretch, also balance. So we're going to be strengthening and stretching. So we're going to take the right leg and we're going to cross that over the left knee. That's it, lovely. Straight there, Sarah. Okay, and we're going to bend that knee, bring the hands to the heart. And we're just going to take a little forward, lean forward here. And hopefully you can feel a really good stretch on that right glute. Good. Hold it here. See if you can hold it for 10, 9, 8. Draw the shoulders back and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release with control. Really nice. Okay, great. Let's swap sides. So let's take the left over the right. And we'll do the same again. So bending into it. Well, you might notice one side feels tighter than the other. I know for me there's a lot of difference today. Okay, and also just try to be mindful while we're here that we're not arching the back, so we're not really sticking the bum out. We want to be tucking the tailbone under to protect that lower back. Hold it here. I'm going to reduce the number here from 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release with control. Hopefully you can already feel a little bit of fire in there. Okay, lovely. And we're going to come to the top of the mat now. Bring the feet together, spread out the toes, and we're going to take the hands to the heart again. Okay, let's just take a couple of breaths here in stillness, in through the nose. And a big sigh out. In and out. Good. Okay, let's interlock the fingers and we're going to take that onto the crown of the head. And whereas we normally ragdoll up to standing, we're going to take the head to chin to chest and we're going to roll down to a forward fold. So we're rounding the back, gently coming back down to a forward fold. All the way. See if you can get the hands on the ground. Bend the knees if you need to. We're going to step both feet back. And we're in a high plank now. So making sure in our high plank that we're not dropping the hips. We're engaging the core, really pushing the hands away from us. Getting some nice and tall here. We're going to take some little rocks backwards and forwards on the toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Drop the knees down, drop the chin and chest, keeping the elbows in nice and tight to the body. Lovely. Bottom still up. And we're going to slide forward into full cobra. So bringing the body forward, lifting the chest, taking the shoulders back, elbows in tight. Engaging the glutes here. If it's comfortable on the neck, you can look up. Good. And we're going to push back into downward facing dog. So one nice swift movement. And again, just stretching out the hamstrings. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Good. Okay, either jump or step the feet forwards, back to our forwards fold. Okay, take the hands onto the shins. We're going to inhale and half lift, keeping the weight into the toes. Exhale back to a forward fold. You can plant the hands down by the side of the feet, looking towards the shins. Let's take the hands around the crown of the neck again. And gently ragdoll up to standing. It's nice with the hands on the neck like this because you get a little stretch, deeper stretch on the back of the neck. Okay, we're going to do that again. We're going to do that 2 more times. So hands together at the heart first. Let's just take 2 breaths. Close the eyes off. Good. Interlock around the head. Okay, bring the chin to chest. We're going to ragdoll down. All the way to forward fold. Good. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths. Keep straightening the legs. Keep straightening the legs. Okay. Take the feet back to plank. High plank. Good. And we're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, chest and chin, elbows in tight to the body. Good. Inhale, come up full cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Keep pedaling out those legs if you need to, stretching out the hamstrings, calf. Good. Either jump or step the feet forward to forward fold with control. And we're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Plant the hands down. Straighten the legs. Find depth. Keep the weight into the toes of the feet. Okay, hands on the shins. Inhale and half lift. Again, weight in the toes. Exhale, forward fold. Interlock the hands on the crown of the head and gently ragdoll up to standing. Good. Hands to heart. Lovely. We're going to do that 1 more time. Good. Okay, it's very, very warm. Okay, taking 2 breaths. Okay, lovely. Interlock the hands on the head, chin to chest, roll it down. Lovely. Plant the hands, stay here for 2 breaths, straighten the legs. Make sure we straighten the legs on the exhale. Remember, it's early, don't overdo it. Take the feet back to high plank. Really remember to keep that core nice and strong. Push the hands away from the body. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, chest and chin. Inhale, full cobra. Elbows in tight to the body. You should feel the elbows on the side body. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Point that tailbone up, up, up to the sky. See if you can get your head closer to the ground. For a deeper stretch in the armpits, pectoral muscles. Good. 1 more breath. Lovely. Jump or step forward. Forward fold. 2 breaths here. 1 more. Okay. Hands on the shins, half lift. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Okay. Interlock the hands on the head. And gently ragdoll up to standing. Hands to heart. Good. Close the eyes. Just notice anything you can feel in the body. Maybe particularly with the hands together, the heat between the hands. Take your attention here. Notice your balance with the eyes closed. Notice if you're leaning to one side, maybe the left or the right. Good. Gently open the eyes. Okay. Good. We're going to come into another little balance. So we're going to do the same thing as what we did before, but adding in an extra little twist. So we'll start with the right leg. So just spreading the toes on the left foot. We're going to take the right foot over. Hands to heart, and we're going to take a little twist looking to the right. So that's where it gets a little bit more challenging. Usually when we're doing like a chair pose, we can hook the elbow around the knee, but with this variation we're just using our spine. Good. I'm not counting here, we're just going to hold it for a couple more breaths. Make sure you breathe. Try not to hold the breath. 1 more breath. And gently release. Good. Have a little shake out of the legs because it's definitely can feel it in the left side. Okay, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So the left is going to come over the right. Hands together. Lean forward. Remember what I said about tucking that tailbone under, protecting our lower back at all times. Hands together, and let's gently twist to the left. You can notice the feet really gripping the mat. Good. Hold it here. Breathe. Enjoy that fire in the body. Good. And gently release. Okay, again, have a little shake. Ooh. Okay, good. Right, let's come to a wide stance here. We're just going to take a wide leg forward fold. Yeah, grab a drink if you need. So I'm just going to grab a little sip myself, as it's so hot today. Okay, So with a wide leg forward fold, let's just bring the feet parallel. We're going to take the hands on the hips, shoulders back and down. Make sure that we're not arching in the back. We want a neutral pelvis. Inhale, rising up the spine nice and tall. Exhale, fold it forward, keeping the back nice and straight for as long as we possibly can. And take the hands down to the mat. You can shuffle the feet open a little bit more if you need to. It gets us a little bit closer to the ground so we can reach the ground if we can. Okay, good. So we're going to take the left hand to the center. The right arm is going to come up, gently twisting round to the right. Keeping the arms hopefully in as much of a straight line as we can. Hold it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bend the knees if there's any tension on the knees. 9 and 10. Good. Take the hand down. Right hand to the center. And by the center, I mean between the feet. So central to the feet. And this time the left arm is going to come up. And we're going to twist round to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Take the hand down. Now we're going to do some more in a much quicker succession now. So we're going to take the right arm up, inhale, exhale back down to the ground. Left arm up, inhale, exhale down. Right, inhale, exhale, left, inhale, exhale. We're going to do that a few more times. Inhale, right, exhale, inhale, left, exhale. Good. Once more. Inhale, right, exhale, and inhale, left, exhale. Good. Okay, let's bend the knees generously, and we're going to come into goddess pose. So bending the knees, we also want to just turn the feet out slightly, and then we're going to lift the body up, and then sitting back down here. So it's a really strong pose, really nice. Good. That's it, lovely. So just keeping the spine nice and upright. Try not to be leaning forward if you can help it. And we want to be just really sitting nice and firmly in here. Let's take the hands onto the knees, shoulders back. And we're going to bring that right shoulder into the midline, gently taking a twist to the left. That feels quite nice to do that. Back to center, nice, really good. And then left shoulder in, gently twisting round to the right. Good, back to center. We're going to do that once more each side. Left or right shoulder twisting to the left. Center, left shoulder. Good, okay. Take the hands back down to the ground. We'll bring the feet parallel again. Good. Okay, let's take the hands now over to the right foot or ankle. Maybe you can reach the shin. And we're just going to take a little forward fold, overlooking there. If you need to bring a bend to the knees, that's absolutely fine. Try to keep the weight forward into the toes. Holding it here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hands to center on the ground. Good. Okay, maybe you can really notice now that the right hamstring feels a bit looser. So we're going to do the same on the left side. So hands over to the left ankle or shin, or maybe just on the ground if you can't quite reach or if that doesn't feel comfortable. Good, weight in the toes. Hold it here for 1, 2, 3. Relax the arms and shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hands to the center. We're going to heel toe the feet in slightly, and we're going to squat down to yogi squat, one of my favorites. So dropping the bottom down, adjust your feet as you need to, and we're going to open up the knees, hands together. Good. Whew, good. Very, very warm. Okay, just enjoy this stillness in the body. Close the eyes off for a moment. Take some deep breaths, just enjoying this feeling, this challenge in the body, challenge in the mind. It's normally when we are in stillness that we can feel the effects of the physical practice. And that's why we do the physical practice to benefit our mind. Good. Taking another couple of breaths here. Good. Okay, lovely. We're going to sit down on the bottom now, coming down into a wide straddle pose. So with that, you might want to grab, I'm going to grab a little pillow for underneath the glutes. Say a little pillow, I've only got a giant cushion, but never mind. So just something to prop up the sitting bones, really, if you've got it. No worries if you haven't at all. I just personally find it a lot more comfortable. And we get that rotation in the pelvis that we want to be able to go deeper in the pose. So that's why it's beneficial to have something. Okay, so we're just going to sit up nice and tall. Make sure that we're flexing the feet here, shoulders back and down. We can just take the hands onto the thighs for a moment. Let's just feel this posture. And you might notice if you close the eyes that you can really feel those hip flexors engaged here when you're flexing the feet. If you relax the feet, you notice that they turn off a little bit. When you engage the feet again, notice it's those little bits just in the hip creases. It's those that we're activating here. So we're just going to stay here for a moment. Close off the eyes, sitting up nice and tall. Good. Okay, we're going to take a little forward fold now, and we're going to take the hands in front, but we're going to inhale, sitting up nice and tall, keeping the back straight first, and then exhale, lean forward. Try not to round the back here. The temptation, our ego wants us to round the back to get really deep here. We just want to be feeling the stretch on the fleshy bits on the back of the hamstring. So if you're finding that there's pulling in the knees, then you're probably overdoing it. So just leaning forward, trying to keep the spine nice and straight, and try to resist looking down, because when we do that, the neck rounds and the spine does. Losing my voice today. And close the eyes. And we're going to stay here for about 3 to 5 breaths. Each time you're breathing out, just see if you can find a little bit more depth, without sacrificing straightening the spine. Good. Okay, and gently bring the hands closer to the body. And we're going to take a lean over now to one side. We're going to move over to the right leg first. So with the right hand, if we take that onto, say, the shin or the ankle, I want you to twist the body over to the left so that we've got a nice lift in the breastbone, the shoulders back pointing up towards the sky. And we're going to inhale, take the left arm up, taking a little stretch over to the right, and hopefully you can feel a really good side body stretch in the left side body. So keeping the gaze up towards the sky. 1, 2, remember to breathe. 3, finding extra depth every time you exhale. 4, 5, 6, looking good. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center, gently release. And now just take a little side to side movement, because you'll really notice, I always really notice when I do that, that one side feels really, really stretched. So it's always good to just notice when you encounter of those poses what we're doing. So we're going to take the left hand to left ankle or shin, really opening up the body to the right, taking the breast, lifting the breastbone, the right shoulder is pointing up to the sky. Inhale, right arm comes up. And we'll gently keep leaning into that. So we're going to hold it, finding extra strength, extra depth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gently release. Good. Okay, and with ease, we're just going to slowly bring the feet together. So just do that really slowly, bit by bit, bringing the feet back together. No sudden movements when we do straddle, whatever. Okay, and let's bring the feet together. We're going to come into butterfly pose, again, one of my favorites. So with the hands on the ankles, take the shoulders back and down, or you can interlock the hands around the feet if that's better for you today, whatever feels good. And just keeping nice and upright here. Let's just close off the eyes. Taking a couple of breaths. Good. Okay, lovely. Open the eyes up. And we're going to come into Dandasana now, star pose. So with that, we've got the legs stretched out. And we're going to bring the hands to the side of the body, pressing down into the ground. We want the spine to be really nice and straight here. Also engage the core a little bit so that we can actually feel we're engaging that, and that helps us to keep nice and upright. So we're going to practice some pointing of the toes here. So we're going to inhale and exhale, point the toes. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. We're going to keep doing this. This will go on for a little while. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale. Remember to keep that spine straight. Exhale. In. Exhale. In. Out. In. Out. Gets really challenging as we hold it. In, flex, out, point. In and out. In and out. Hopefully you can feel it in your hip flexors here as well. In, out, in, out. We're going to do one more. In and out. Good. Okay, just bounce the legs up and down a little bit. Just releasing any tension there. It's something I was doing in one of my teacher training, and we did it probably for about double that time. So you can imagine hip flexors get tired doing that. But it's a really good practice. It's also, you can feel it hopefully in the quads there, and it takes effort to to keep the spine nice and straight. So it's a really good, active, simple posture. Okay, we're going to come into Paschimottanasana now. So we're going to inhale and take the arms up, nice and straight back, looking up. Exhale, folding it forwards here. So I like to hold on to the shins here. And we want to be folding at the hip joint here. So we're not rounding the back. You can even bring a little bend to the knees if you want. We want the tummy to be connecting with the thighs. Good, and we're going to keep holding it here. Tummy and thighs connecting, and then straighten the legs a little bit while you're here.
And again, if you have a little cushion or something, you could prop yourself up here. And again, that just gives us that hip rotation to be able to go deeper in the pose. It's not this posture being able to get your head down onto the shins doesn't just come from hamstring flexibility, it comes from the pelvic rotation and how much we can do there. Okay, we're going to take a couple more breaths. So remembering exhale, find a bit more depth. Keep that back as straight as you can. You can even hold on to the feet if you need to. Trying not to get the head on the knees here. We're going further than that. Okay, good. Let's inhale, take the arms upright. And exhale, release. Okay, good. Let's just have a little bounce of the legs again. Releasing any tension there. Okay, good. Now I'm going to put the cushion under now. If you need to do the same, feel free. We're going to come into Janu Sirsasana. So like what we did before, but with the right foot, we're going to take that inside the left thigh. And we want to twist the tummy button towards the big toe. Let's inhale, take the arms up again. Nice straight back. Exhale, keep that lift in the hands. So this is where sometimes people then want to just move forward. But we want to keep lifting the hands the whole way as we're folding forward. And you'll notice by doing that, you're actually getting a little bit deeper and the stretch is more intense in the hamstrings. That's the sensation we're going for. Good. Okay, we're going to take 3 breaths here, finding extra space in the hamstrings each time. So inhale, you can come up a little bit, and exhale, come down. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Try and keep that tummy and thigh connected. Very tough, particularly this time of the morning. Good. Let's inhale, take the arms up straight, and exhale, release. Swapping sides. Taking the right leg out. The left foot inside the right knee. I need to move over a little bit here. Okay, good. Lovely. So let's inhale, take the arms up nice and straight. Keep that reach. Lifting the hands, you'll feel that lift around the hip, the ribs particularly. So that's what we want to feel. And exhale, keep reaching forward. Then grabbing onto the ankle or shins. Good. 3 breaths here. Inhale, come up slightly. And exhale, find depth. Inhale, come up. And exhale. Depth. 1 more. Inhale, come up. Exhale. And depth. Good. Inhale, take the arms up nice and straight. And exhale, release. Good. Okay. Moving the cushion out of the way. We're just going to lean back on the hands. Let's just take the knees over to the right. We're just going to take some windscreen wiper legs here. Over to the left. I'm going to have to turn a little bit because of the TV. Good. Over to the right. Just moving the hips a little bit, giving a little massage to the glutes as well. Good. Just keep moving side to side for a couple more breaths. Make sure that we're breathing with it. Good. Okay, right, the next position we're going to come to, very challenging one. It's actually not something that I've done in my classes before because, to be honest with you, it's one of those I've just forgotten about. So we're going to give it a go today. So we're going to start in a similar position like we did with staff pose, with the hands by the side of the body, and we want the wrists underneath the shoulders. And we're going to push the hips up. So we're going to come into a reverse plank here. So we want to push those hips up to the sky. Very challenging, but just give it a go. Even if even if you find you can just lift the hips up a tiny bit. So we're going to hold it for as long as we can. I'm not going to count because I just want you to try the posture and see how that feels. It feels good to point the toes as well, looking up to the sky. This is really good for the arms, for the shoulders, for the glutes. And when you're ready, release. It's tough, really tough. Okay, let's just take a little side to side with the knees. We are going to do that 2 more times. It's always good to do these new postures. Challenge yourself. Okay, right, let's reset then. Somehow I went down the mat there. So with the hands, again, underneath the shoulder, and point the toes, lift the hips up. I find it personally easier to step the feet away from the body. Hold here. As long as it feels comfortable for you. Keep pushing those hips up, keep engaging the glutes, and when you're ready, release. Okay, also have a little shake out of the arms. We can take some little wrist rotations, maybe some new sensations there. Good. Okay, we're going to do that 1 more time. This healthy practice is very good for getting the fire in the body. Okay, so we're going to do that 1 more time. So whenever you're ready, lift the hips up. Take the head back, just looking up towards the sky. Hopefully you notice the more time you do it, the slightly easier it gets. It's about building that muscle memory. And whenever you're ready, come out. Don't be led by me if you want to go longer. Okay, good. Lovely. Right, let's cross the legs here. And we're just going to take a couple of little shoulder rotations and a couple of arm stretches after that, because that's pretty intense. So we've done some strengthening there. We're going to do some stretching on that as well. So let's just roll the shoulders back. Keep going, just closing off the eyes. Lovely, and then forwards. Good. Okay, good. So let's take the right arm up, bending the elbow, taking the hand to the center of the spine. And with the left hand, we're going to push that back, getting a nice stretch in the triceps, keeping the head nice and relaxed here. Not straining the neck at all. Good. Gently release. Let's take the left arm up, bend the elbow. Right hand, pulling that back. Left hand is in the center of the back. Sorry for the noise outside. If you can hear that. Good, and gently release. Okay, we're going to take the right arm across the body, taking the left back of the hand on the wrist, taking that across the body, getting a nice shoulder stretch here, and looking over the right shoulder. Good. Inhale, open the chest. Good, swap the sides, left arm across the body, looking over the left shoulder. Okay. Gently release, inhale, Exhale, release the hands onto the knees. We're just going to take some head half rolls. So head over to the right, chin to chest, over to the left, chin to chest, right. And we can just rotate this at your speed. Swapping sides. Just really feeling out that neck, any tension you have, just breathing into it, making sure that we're breathing nice deep breaths while we're doing this movement. Expanding the muscles, filling them with oxygen. Good. Okay, lovely. Bring the chin to chest. Hold it here. Go over to the right, keeping the shoulders really nice and relaxed here. Hold it here. Back chin to chest. Hold. And over to the left. Hold. Chin to chest. And then neutral. Good. Okay. Lovely. We're going to come to laying down now as we move into Shavasana. So spreading the feet out nice and long, laying back onto the mat. And we can take the hands onto the tummy. I invite you, if you wish, if it feels comfortable, to make connection with the skin on the tummy. Push the shoulders down away from the ears. And just lifting up the pelvis, allowing the lower back to relax. Just getting out those little wiggles in the body. Just connecting to our breath. Physically feeling our breath by connecting our hands onto our tummy. We're going to take some deep breaths here to relax the mind, relax the body into Shavasana. Big breaths in through the nose. Big breaths out through the nose or mouth. Just feeling the tummy contract when you're breathing out. Keep those breaths going. Maybe opening the mouth slightly, allowing the jaw to relax, the teeth to sit naturally. Relieving any tension in the shoulders, the pelvic region. Relaxing the facial features. The eyelids just soft. Relax the cheeks, forehead, eyebrows, jaw, the lower lip, the upper lip, and the tongue. Just being here in this moment, inside your body in the present moment. Listening to anything around you. Just notice what thoughts are coming in, not stopping any thoughts, allowing them to pass. Allowing yourself this time to rest. Giving yourself permission to rest. Okay, so we're going to gently take some deep breaths to just wake the body up. Just big sighs. Maybe take another one to see how that feels. Gently move the fingers and toes, just waking up those parts of the body.
And we can take the arms up above the head, stretching nice and deep, really reaching. And if you feel ready, you can bend one knee and use that to help you roll onto one side. Only if you feel ready. Just resting here for a few breaths. And keeping the eyes closed, we can gently use our sense of touch to bring us up to seated. Any comfortable seated position for you. Closing off the eyes, keeping them closed. We're just going to take the spine sitting up really nice and tall. Just notice the alertness that gives the mind. Just pausing here for a moment. We're going to take 3 sun arms to finish our practice. Keeping the eyes closed. We'll take the hands by the side of the body. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, release. Breathing out. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Palms meet. Exhale. Release. And the final one, inhale, reach the arms up. And this time, exhale, bring the hands through heart center, all the way down, through the center line of the body, hands to heart. We're just going to take a moment to be grateful to come into this practice. Grateful for our body. For anything else that you want to be grateful for is deep as you want to make that today, or maybe the simplest things, the sun shining, whatever that is for you right now. We'll bring a little smile to the face, feeling the corners of the mouth crease, corners of the eyes crease. Notice what that does for your mind. And we can bring the thumbs up to the space between the eyes, our third eye. And just thanking each other for being in this practice together. Bowing forward, Namaste.